Okay, I think that we can start slowly. I think the people still will come, but we already have 5 minutes past, and I think we have quite a full agenda for today. So first of all, thank you everyone for coming. So we are really happy to see so many faces for this event, and we got a lot of registrations for this lecture, so that I will mention it later. So welcome everyone. Let me introduce first myself. I'm Gennady Rashupkin, so I'm assistant professor at the Department of Radiology and Nuclear Medicine, but also Department of Epidemiology. So I'm working myself a lot with machine learning and deep learning method for image analysis, omics analysis, and population-based studies. So, and that's how it came that we decided that to have something internally in Erasmus MC to start to build this community about AI, about machine learning and deep learning. I think that that Erasmus MC-wise we can benefit a lot. So and actually the basic idea of this vision for this community, and I will mention first. Let's say I will just make a short. I will spend 10 minutes of your time talking about this community, and then we will move towards our great speaker for today evening. So yes, idea is that actually there are a lot of going on in the, well, AI, the data science and big data age, and it's really difficult to catch up by yourself, even if you want to learn more from scratch, or you're doing already something, and to catch up with all development. That's why, well, our original idea was, why not we can build this community internally to exchange ideas, exchange experience, and build, let's say, from bottom to top, that AI community internally in Erasmus MC. That's why how we came up with this idea of this community, which we call now Erasmus SQuAIRe. And there are several things with what we envision that we want to proceed with. And of course, this series of the seminars, like today, that's one of the direction, but there are more topics we want to cover in more directions. And of course, that should be based on the community feedbacks and the community members and requests, let's say, and fulfill the needs and the expectations. So one of the direction, of course, that's to create this AI community, right? So because we want to learn from each other, we want to accumulate this knowledge, we want to share this, centralize this expertise, because already based on the feedbacks, what we got from the registration for this event or the membership on the website, we see that from one hand, there are a lot of things going on, like from that people want to learn from the basic of machine learning and deep learning, but also want to advance their knowledge, and they work in different domains and similar topics, let's say some image analysis, text mining, or health record database, or let's say some near language processing, etc., etc. So there's a lot of similarities. That's why to accommodate this AI community, that's one of the directions. Another, of course, direction as what it can help is to advance the AI research. So, and then I will mention how one of the things what we see that how it can help and how we can help with this community. So, because it's not only about connect people, but also how it can help you, let's say in your research group, in your own research, your PhD, postdoc, or for your research group, or like in clinical settings, how this can help you to do research, and especially in the healthcare domain, because we have some specific, let's say, issues and advantages and disadvantages compared to like industry and some other domain of applications. Another direction, of course, like these seminars, is actually about the education. So because we want to share this knowledge between each other, right? So we want to learn more, and that's what we saw already from from the forums and the communication on the membership, that a lot of people want to learn about AI, machine learning, and deep learning. Also, given that we are in a medical hospital, and maybe a lot of people heard about this but never used it and want to learn about this, maybe even scared that it's too complex or, let's say, too difficult, etc. So that's what we also want to encourage, actually, from both sides, that people with knowledge and without knowledge join the community, and then we can accumulate this and basically match people together. So it's not only for people who want to learn, or only for people who knows already something. It's for both sides. So, and again, its idea is that it should be driven by the community itself. So say what are the requests and what we need here internally in Erasmus MC to proceed with this. And just to go to the few numbers, let's say what we saw already. Actually, we just announced it, I think officially, well, months, a little bit more than months ago, with spamming a little bit some new mailing lists, and we still don't have even on Agora news, so we're working on this, but we even postponed this because we already got more than 200 registrations for this lecture. So, and well, we had to stop it actually because this room wouldn't fit everyone. So, and also we're scattering afterwards. But yeah, so we got ready for this lecture more than 200 registrations. We also got, because on the website, of course, people could register just for membership and they couldn't make for this lecture specifically. That's why we are recording it and it will be later put on the YouTube. But we already got more than 400 people registered who is interested in this community. And I think that's quite impressive, like within 1 month. So basically, there's so much interest to learn and to share the knowledge. So basically, I can say it's almost like a really huge department of people internally, like a virtual department of people interested in AI. So I think it's really interesting. And of course, I think that compared to the whole sample, whole size of the Erasmus, it's still maybe not majority, but I'm more than sure we'll get more and more. And that's one of the aims actually to keep people interest and feedbacks from the community what people interested in. And just to mention the numbers, like we just did some sorting and cleaning the data, and we got already more than 69 departments at the Erasmus. So for people from 69 departments registered to this event. And then the question is, do you know actually how many in total departments we have in Erasmus? Does someone know? Any guess? How many? Sorry? 52. I was thinking that's about the states in US. Yeah, actually we have 60. So either we have some extra departments or we actually need to use some AI and text mining on top of our registration form to make the numbers good. So, yeah, it's already more than the total number of departments, I think, that counting Erasmus SQuAIRe as extra virtual one, even though we will not have 69. Yeah, so, but also regarding, let's say, just to show some statistics about, because we ask what topic you want to learn about AI and machine learning. So, and then of course apply just simple word of cloud. You can see that people want to learn, of course, about machine learning, the deep learning, well, surprisingly, but a lot of things you see that about the application of AI, about brain imaging, the causal inference. But what is interesting in that here you see that, of course, the machine learning as a deep learning at one of the top one, but from 200 registration that was actually mentioned, I think 10 times each. And then the rest is a really unique request what people want to learn something specific, let's say about pathology, about single cell analysis, about some brain, let's say imaging, etc. So that's really impressive that from one hand, a lot of people want to learn and doing something with AI and deep learning, but the topics are quite different and different requests. So I think that it would be really exciting to combine this expertise together. And just to give some background information, so you see that, well, we also ask about your background, and we see a lot of people from medical biology or STEM research, but there are a lot of sub-domains. I will not count this, I won't name it right now, but you see that it's still quite diverse. So while for one hand, we have majority, of course, from medical and biology field and STEM, but still a lot of nuances and details about people background. And again, so we want to encourage that it's not only about, let's say, people who knows about machine learning or want to learn, it's both together. Because that will be essential to, well, oh yes, I can go to next slide. Essential to build this community. So I can show you some roadmap, let's say brief introduction what we actually foresee we want to do. So it's of course that seminars is like, it's really important and it's like milestones for these activities. But of course that's not enough to get the feedback from the community, etc., and really to build it. So we want to continue with these seminars, let's say once per month. We also will make a newsletters where we will accumulate all the new development information. Also, if you want to send feedbacks and to have some news about your own research-related machine learning and deep learning, that's also we want to put this in newsletters. Also, actually, to make it as a community, because now it's in a way, now it's more like one-way communication. So we'll build some online platforms, so some website where people like something similar like Stack Overflow, but internal for Erasmus MC, so where you can communicate and talk about some topics and actually, well, exchange the experience, code, you know, analysis plan, etc. And of course, for one hand, I mentioned that we have from requests, let's say we have quite diverse interests, but in the same time, we can already see that we can combine them on some similar topics, you know, like image analysis, health record database analysis, then omics analysis. So, and eventually that might be build some working groups to share knowledge and more like working on the same topics, maybe helping each other with research, some grant applications, etc. And of course, to continue with additional educational activities. So because that seminars, of course, is like from the great speakers, like known in the field, but that's once per month right now. We might want to accumulate also additional courses, maybe in more details about machine learning and deep learning, so where you can really learn more from scratch and try out with some homework, textbooks, you name it, based on your interest. So this is just to give you overview. And just again, to mention the team, what we're working on this right now. So it's myself, also Devika, and also with Ihor. Yes, so we're doing this, so, but we, of course, want to increase the team, let's say our team, and make some boards with experts, etc. So that we will announce also later. Just please, again, to join the community to receive newsletters. And one thing to mention that, of course, even these events wouldn't happen with support from departments internally from Erasmus MC. We got some financial contribution from Dean, and also from other departments named here. So that makes happen this lecture and catering afterwards, and some other activities. And don't want to spend more of your time. I want to move to our first speaker, Veer Nissen. So he's a professor at Erasmus MC and at TU Delft, entrepreneur, and also Chief Technical Officer at HealthRI. So I hope that I didn't forget some logos, because it already didn't fit to the slide, all the activities you're involved in. And I think that Veer is a godfather of medical image analysis in the Netherlands, and a lot of research about machine learning and deep learning. So I'm happy to have him today and give him now the stage to present his slides.